It started with a whisper. One of those two. Specific, two bold whispers that doesn't stay a whisper for long. According to a former Flagstaff neighbor who posted anonymously in a Sister Wives fan forum, there was a late-night SUV idling in front of Kody and Robyn's house for nearly 20 minutes. Hazard lights blinking, back seats loaded with what looked like luggage. A man with Kody's signature ponytail was allegedly seen pacing by the mailbox, phone pressed to his ear, glancing up and down the street, like he was waiting for someone or running from something. Another post, this time from a flight tracker junkie in Arizona, claimed a last-minute booking had popped up under the name B. Sullivan, an alias fan suspect Robyn has used in the past on a red-eye international flight bound for Lisbon. Is it all coincidence? Maybe. But as more fans chimed in with snippets, screenshots, and sightings, one chilling phrase kept surfacing. They're leaving tonight. And not just leaving the house or the show. We're talking leaving the country. Cannot indulge that desire. Theories flew faster than a Concord about tax evasion, lawsuit, dodging, or just sheer embarrassment. But the core rumor stuck. Kody and Robyn were plotting a full-on escape. It might sound like the plot of a soap opera, but sources close to the Browns say this isn't the first time Kody's threatened to pick up and vanish when things get too hot. But this time, insiders claim it's different. The alleged timeline, urgent, the alleged destination, international, the alleged reason, everything from TLC contract pressure to public humiliation to an unraveling financial web. The couple's alleged plan may be rooted in panic more than strategy. One source claims Robyn made a panicked call to her sister last week, saying, "We have to disappear for a while. I can't take this anymore." Another says Kody's been on edge for days, warning close friends to keep things quiet while they figure out a new chapter. I wanted to check everybody's temperature on it in private because I think the reason she's bringing it up is 'cause she's like, I don't want to build on the property 'cause I want to move to Utah. There's no official confirmation, but the number of coincidences and the emotional volatility behind them has left fans wondering if they've already slipped through the cracks. But here's the twist. If this really is an escape, it may have already begun. Passport records, unconfirmed but widely speculated, suggest expedited renewals were filed just 6 weeks ago for Robyn and her younger children. That same week, a notary from Flagstaff allegedly signed off on 3 power of attorney documents connected to an R. Brown and K. Brown. Insiders whisper that those documents could authorize someone else to manage the couple's stateside affairs in their absence. And here's where it gets even stranger. One former Sister Wives crew member claims Kody abruptly canceled a scheduled TLC promo shoot due to illness, then vanished from town. As whispers grow louder and the timeline tightens, it's starting to look like the plane isn't just warming up. It may already be taxing. And if you think that's wild, just wait until you hear what could be pushing them to flee in the first place. Because what's happening behind the scenes might be even more explosive than the escape itself. So what exactly would drive two reality TV stars with decades of shared history, 18 children, and a now fractured national platform to abandon everything and bolt for Europe under cover of night? According to longtime followers of the Brown family saga, this isn't just about escaping the cameras, it's about escaping consequences. Insiders say the pressure cooker around Kody and Robyn has reached a full boil, from the backlash over his treatment of Christine and Janelle to the growing legal questions tied to money mismanagement and alleged backroom PayPal transfers. Kody is no longer just the overbearing patriarch on screen. He's a man under siege. And according to one unverified but persistent rumor, he's terrified of what Christine might reveal in her upcoming book.
She's
holding the receipts. One fan posted, bluntly, and he knows it. Then there's the issue of taxes. Earlier this year, fans uncovered a series of flagged property filings tied to the infamous Kody Pass land, some of which had allegedly been altered, delayed, or redirected. A financial TikToker did a deep dive that racked up over 200,000 views in a matter of days, showing how proceeds from the parcel's partial sale may not have been divided among the wives as originally promised. Instead, speculation points toward a suspiciously quiet transfer involving Robyn and a newly created LLC. Add to that reports that Robyn recently met with a Scottsdale-based international tax advisor, and the whispers get louder.
Could the couple be
fleeing a financial storm of their own, making and the timing couldn't be worse? Or, depending on your perspective, more calculated? Season 19's tell is on the horizon, and according to sources who've worked on set, Kody and Robyn were both becoming increasingly paranoid about what would come out. One production insider claimed Robyn refused to be mic'd until the last minute, and that Kody nearly walked off after hearing a question about the family trust. Their discomfort was obvious, and according to another alleged leak, Robyn broke down, crying off camera, saying, "They're going to turn everyone against us. I can feel it." Whether that moment was caught on tape or not, the emotional spiral seems very real, and it may have spurred what insiders now describe as a get-out while you can mentality. Of course, none of this has been confirmed by the Browns themselves. They've remained eerily silent online, fueling even more suspicion. This is so frustrating that this is like a question. I mean, we just got here to Flagstaff, and I've invested myself here. Kody hasn't posted in weeks. Robyn hasn't liked or shared a single sister wives update, not even the official TLC promos. And the absence speaks volumes. One Reddit user summed it up like this: when Kody's quiet, something's going
down.
And this feels like the start of something huge. But if the storm brewing in Arizona was enough to scare them into planning a midnight getaway, fans were about to be even more shocked by what surfaced next. Because this wasn't just emotional panic. It was allegedly backed by cold, hard currency. It always comes back to the money. And in this case, the trail isn't just suspicious. It's chilling. I'm not interested in being a transient family. My kids are very happy here in Flagstaff. Fans who've spent years tracking every Kody Pass development, court filing, and obscure LLC tied to the Brown family were the first to notice something wasn't right. Earlier this spring, county records quietly updated the ownership status on the final slice of the Kody Pass property. According to public documentation, the land had been sold, but the payout didn't appear to go through the channels fans were expecting. Instead of the communal family trust being listed, a new private entity was logged as the beneficiary, with ties to an address suspiciously close to Robyn's Flagstaff home.
What?
He's being persecuted by fans, the courts, and even his own children. There's no telling what he might do next. One friend of the family allegedly warned, "This isn't about love or faith anymore. This is about escape and control." And with Janelle and Christine now mobilizing behind the scenes, it's starting to look like the Browns aren't just fractured, they're at war. And while the ex-wives are fighting fire with legal fire, the next generation is about to speak up. And what they have to say could change everything.
When my
Kody Brown and Tony Padran sat down for a casual Q&A live stream, no one expected the moment to turn explosive. But within minutes, the conversation took a sharp turn toward favoritism, specifically Kody's long-standing bias toward Aspen. According to Tony, it was never subtle. He claimed that Kody treated Aspen like a princess because she was always prettied up while the rest of the kids had to earn scraps of attention. My Kelty, normally diplomatic in public, didn't even try to deny it.
She nodded, then added, "It was always
obvious who mattered most."
That
admission landed like a bombshell, not just because it confirmed what fans had long suspected, but because it peeled back the curtain on years of emotional favoritism and laid bare the emotional
rot at the heart of the Brown family
dynamic. And now, with whispers of an international escape swirling, that favoritism suddenly feels weaponized. Multiple fan accounts have shared unconfirmed reports that only certain children were invited or even informed about Kody and Robyn's alleged departure
plans.
One source close to the family claimed that the poor Robyn kids had their bags packed over a week ago, while others, especially those linked to Christine and Janelle, were kept in the
dark.
Another alleged that two of Kody's adult children found out through social media threads rather than from their own father, and when they tried to call him straight to voicemail, the emotional damage is compounding fast.
According to
one insider, a group chat among the adult Brown siblings lit up like a wildfire after the Mike Kelty live stream aired. Messages allegedly flew back and forth, some in disbelief, others in pure rage.
A screenshot that's
been making the rounds, though unverified, shows a message reading, "He's really doing it. Getting on a plane." Whether or not it's real, the sentiment is raw, and the siblings appear to be uniting in a way they never have before. The unspoken implication: if Kody wants to flee with his handpicked family unit, he'll be doing it without the blessing or silence of the rest of his children. And it doesn't end with hurt feelings. There's growing speculation that one or more of the adult kids may be cooperating with legal counsel representing Christine and Janelle, not out of revenge, but out of genuine fear for the younger siblings, who may be caught in this cross-continental tug-of-war. This isn't just about favoritism anymore. One fan commented, "It's about protection." And with emotions running high and old wounds splitting wide open, it's starting to feel like the entire family structure is crumbling under the weight of Kody's choices. But as the siblings scramble and the ex-wives tighten their legal grip, another war is quietly brewing, this time between Kody, the network, and the ironclad contract he allegedly just violated. Behind the scenes, the drama isn't just personal, it's professional. And if Kody and Robyn really are trying to skip town, they may have just walked headfirst into a legal firestorm with TLC itself.
According to
whispers from someone claiming to have ties to the production crew, the couple's alleged disappearance could violate key clauses in their filming contract, specifically those tied to season continuity and network promotion obligations. It's not just about being absent from a few episodes. It's about potentially breaching a multi-year agreement with deliverables that haven't been completed. And according to one source, the network's lawyers are not
happy.
Let's rewind. Sister Wives has been filming for months with the bulk of season 19 already captured, but the final tell-all interviews still in progress, and that's where the cracks began to show. A production assistant allegedly told a fan blog that Kody and Robyn started refusing certain filming requests weeks ago, citing stress and safety concerns. Robyn reportedly requested that no one enter her home unless they had prior approval in writing. Kody allegedly skipped 2 scheduled interview slots, leaving producers scrambling. And now, with rumors swirling that they've either fled or are preparing to flee the country, the speculation turns serious. Are they trying to cut ties with the show entirely without paying the penalty?
If so, it won't be cheap.
Industry insiders, familiar with TLC's standard contracts, estimate that breaking a main cast agreement mid-season, especially without formal written notice, could trigger financial penalties in the 6 to 7 figure range. Add in the potential breach of confidentiality and NDA clauses if Kody or Robyn discuss production details outside the US, and things get even messier. One entertainment lawyer told an online forum, if this is a deliberate breach and they've left the country, TLC could pursue them internationally. That's not unheard of. And if the Browns use company assets or business accounts tied to their TLC income to fund any part of their escape, that could open a whole new set of questions, especially from auditors. There's even talk, unconfirmed but spreading fast, that a cease and desist letter has already been drafted. It's not clear whether it's been served or if the network is holding back for fear of turning this into a headline war. But if Kody and Robyn truly boarded a plane without alerting TLC, they may have just burned their final bridge. In American media, one fan summed it up best. They've been running this family like a business, and now they've ghosted their biggest client. And the moment legal paperwork meets airport paperwork, there's only one place this story can go next. Because if Portugal really is their endgame, we need to ask why that country keeps coming up and what Robyn may have already secured over there. The Portugal theory started as a whisper. Now it's a
Roar.
And the deeper fans dig, the more it looks like this European escape plan wasn't born overnight. According to several Reddit threads and a Portuguese expat group that's since gone private, someone matching Robyn's profile was asking pointed questions about visa options and dual citizenship pathways as early as last fall. One user, who claims to moderate a relocation advice page for Americans moving abroad, said a woman calling herself Sully Brown asked about property rental laws, homeschooling regulations, and most tellingly how long it would take to open a Portuguese bank account without a local ID. She was careful, the poster wrote, but it was obvious she was preparing to live there, not just vacation. And then came the breadcrumbs. A fan-run TikTok page stitched together what appears to be real estate search history from Robyn's public browser activity before she locked her profiles down. Villas near Faro townhomes in Cascais, listings filtered by proximity to international schools and low tourist traffic. One fan even claimed that an Airbnb host in the Algarve region confirmed a recent booking under the name Sullivan R with a Flagstaff billing address. The account has since gone dark, but screenshots live on some show a charming white stucco rental with sea views and a caption that read, "Our new safe place." And while none of this has been independently verified, the pattern is hard to ignore.
Portugal, after all, is
no random choice. It's currently one of the top destinations for Americans relocating abroad, especially those with assets and legal clouds hanging over their heads. The Golden Visa program makes it relatively easy for foreigners to gain residency with a real estate purchase or investment, and the country has no extradition treaty covering civil disputes like contract breaches. Robyn, ever the planner, may have researched every inch of this. One Reddit user pointed out that she even liked to post about schooling options in Lisbon back in March before her account went private. Another found a Portuguese Online shopping order linked to her. Former email complete with a shipping address and phone number
Are now
scrubbed. And what about Kody? Sources suggest he's been far less involved in the logistics, relying on Robyn to handle the technical details. Has the face, but she's the function.
1.
Insider said that might explain why fans believe Robyn's already moved sensitive personal items, documents, photos, maybe even heirlooms to storage overseas.
If
The reports are true, it's not just an escape hatch. It's an entire new life, waiting quietly across the Atlantic. And with every passing day, it looks more and more like the Browns are on the verge of pulling the trigger.
but the
World's watching and fans aren't staying
silent
because just as Robyn was allegedly preparing her new paradise, the internet mobilized with one furious
goal.
stop that plane. If Robyn and Kody thought they could quietly vanish into the European sunset, they underestimated the internet. The moment rumors of an international escape gained traction, fans mobilized faster than TSA at a security breach. Within hours, hashtags like Stop That Plane and Brown Flight Risk were trending across platforms, especially among Sister Wives fan groups, made up of seasoned viewers with receipts, memories like steel traps, and zero tolerance for deception.
TikTok
Began posting live updates from airport terminals. Reddit threads hit over 1,000 comments in a matter of hours. And Facebook. It was on fire with hundreds of posts dissecting airline routes, frequent flyer records, and even what gate Kody might use to avoid detection. One of the most viral moments came when a fan claimed they spotted someone who looked like Robyn at a Phoenix Sky Harbor gate, wearing a scarf over her head and sunglasses at night.
The
Witness posted a blurry photo too vague to be proof, but just believable enough to send the forums into overdrive. Another user claimed they saw Kody arguing with a gate agent about baggage fees, though again this remains unconfirmed. What matters most is not whether the sightings are real, it's the
energy.
People aren't just watching, they're tracking. We used to look for plot twists on TV. One commenter joked. Now we're watching the departures board at JFK. Even casual fans started connecting dots when a certain international flight to Lisbon was delayed. Someone noted it coincided exactly with a 2-hour window when Robyn's private Instagram account went mysteriously active, then immediately silent. Another fan pulled up public USPS mail old records and found one that appeared to match Robyn Street put on pause indefinitely as of last week. The screenshot went viral. Then came an anonymous tip that a large cashier check, allegedly issued by one of Kody's old LLCs, was deposited into a foreign account just days prior. No names, no confirmation, but the implication rang loud and clear. They were getting their money out fast. As the social firestorm raged, so did speculation about federal involvement.